Joining us now, we have three doctors we're speaking with. First off, Kristen Brosnan, Joan Redwing, and Takao Someya. Thank you for being with us. Takao, we're going to start with you. We're now more than halfway through with the meeting, something you've been working on for several years. How has the meeting been going so far, and for you, what have been some of the highlights?
I was mainly in charge of developing the cluster of biomaterial and soft material. So we did see so many exciting topics. For example, the 3D bioprinting may attract the broad attention, wide attention, and there are so many people sitting back and so many crowd, and I'm really happy to see that. And also, symposium ex-speaker Dae-hyun Kim gave a spectacular talk, particularly on the bioelectronics, and also MRS medal recipient Professor John Rogers gave the fantastic talk on also bio-integrated electronics.
So many highlights to go over. Kristen, to you, there's been a particularly strong schedule of broader impact events at the meeting. Are there any in particular that stand out for you?
So there were two broader impact symposia, and they both stand out to me. First, the Broader Impact 01 on sustainability. I love this session. There was one talk in particular by Ashley White, another award winner for MRS.
There's a lot of award winners here.
She talked about how MRS members can get more involved in our subcommittee on sustainability. And also that particular Broader Impact symposia brought together technologists that were talking about life cycle assessment, how to recycle materials, and how to have a sustainable materials supply chain. And so I think it really touched on all the different applications of material science with a sustainability focus. The other Broader Impact symposium here at this meeting was on how to have a career in higher education. We have a large number of graduate students and postdoctorates here at this meeting, and so this really spoke to them. If they were interested in becoming a professor, what are the steps that they need to take? How do you get funding? And how do you get tenure? And so there was a number of different talks given by department heads from various universities, from funding agencies like Army Research Office and National Science Foundation in that symposia. And it was really well attended, standing room only.
Now, Joan, what are the importance of the broader impact events as a complement to the technical sessions?
Well, as Kristen mentioned, we have a large number of graduate students and postdoctoral scholars attending the meeting. So they come primarily for the technical sessions, but then they get the added benefit of having broader impact. So topics such as how to prepare for an academic career, also networking, and just different training in order to improve their communication skills. So that's really just an added benefit to attending the Materials Research Society meeting, in addition to all the technical symposia.
Now, this question for all three of you here. Your efforts as meeting chairs began years ago. So what are some of the things that you've discovered along the way?
Well, I know them a lot better than I did before.
Right.
So I think we all have our pet areas,
sure,
right? And that we really championed and wanted to develop, and we had a lot of fun with it. And for me, it was championing the machine learning symposia that was in the general interest cluster. And that's just been a fantastic symposium. I think we're going to see that grow into multiple symposia in future years. But I think it was learning about the areas outside of the areas that I was championing, and that was really
I see you shaking your
good
head.
growth
You agree?
opportunity.
I agree, and also I really enjoyed the this conference this time. I now know how such a big event can be organized by many people, and that was a lot of fun.
Task.
So yes, but it's rewarding, and I really enjoyed it. So.
Same for me. So I organized the electronic, photonic, and magnetics cluster. That's an area that I've been in for my entire career. But it was really rewarding to be able to help to organize a broader number of symposia, and in particular to try to capture some of the very timely topics in research to make sure that they're represented within our program.
And finally, we always like to ask our meeting chairs to provide some advice for future chairs. What do you wish someone had told you as you were beginning your journey?
Well, if someone has a good idea to make this conference better, so I definitely encourage them to get involved as volunteers. So don't complain and then start working hard to change the meeting better.
Yeah, and there are opportunities to do novel things in terms of the meeting, both for broader impact programming, but just other ideas that people may have to to bring in and enhance the conference.
Kristen, final advice?
The staff is wonderful at MRS, and they give tons of advice, and I think as we learned, we followed a lot of it, and they were very willing, as we had new ideas for this meeting, to make changes, and I just thought that was fantastic. And just work with the staff because they are a definite asset.
Great to speak to you three. We appreciate it. Enjoy Boston.
Thank you.